What's up, guys, and welcome to Work Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk about my setup and what I use, and if you really need to use that. And I know that's more of a Functional Friday thing, and I probably will take a second part of this into Functional Friday, but Wednesdays are about what you need to become a professional artist in today's world, I feel. And I think video editing and audio editing are crucial for today's musicians as well as today's artists. So I'll get back into the video, but I just wanted to remind everyone the reason I'm talking about today instead of Friday as Work Wednesday is because this, I think, is crucial for you going forward as an artist, and me. That's why I'm learning it. Just to let you guys know what it is that I use and other options that you could use that are probably a lot more affordable, options that you already have. And so here it is. Just to make it nice and easy, I'm gonna do it this way because truthfully, I think all you really need is one of these guys, a phone. I know that's not exactly what I'm using. I'm using this setup with a Sony A7 and a light and a blue microphone and a really nice preamp and another light. That's my Berkeley, whatever that thing is called. Remind me what that's called, I don't remember. And another blue light, which I changed color. So that's really what the setup is. It's really what's behind me. But it's not necessarily what you need. What you need is this bad boy right here, Premiere Pro. And no, this is not sponsored in any way, but I think the most valuable piece of my setup is this program, because all my editing is done in here, and you can put any filter you want, so I can make this camera look like this, or like this, or like this. And I can change my voice by changing the EQ to make it sound like this, or like this. I can do funny things like
speed up my voice,
or slow down my voice, and raise the pitch and lower the pitch. There's a dozen things you can do. There's millions of things you can do with this program. Premiere Pro is really the star of the show behind most YouTubers. And so if you're thinking about getting into it, or any kind of video editing, start with Premiere Pro and your phone. And then maybe expand a bit. So a little bit of fun tricks that I use in editing is I like to take whatever clip I've imported and then change the audio gain, and I normalize it just below the peak so that there's no clipping, and it seems to be a good volume for everybody. No one's really complained, but that brings my volume levels. I'll show you real quick. You see how they're there, and then now they're there, right? So it brings up my volume levels. The volume's much more hearable. And then what I'll try and do usually, because I tend to be a slow talker, because I'm from California and we take lots of pauses and we take our time. Everything is chill, man. It's cool. Is I try and then speed up the clip just by a little bit. So 110% of the normal speed. But of course, that's going to do something funny to my voice, and I'm going to get this effect.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Work Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk about...
Yikes. So what I'll do is I will then go into audio effects over here and grab my pitch shifter, throw it there, and it's a good thing I'm a musician because I know how to use these things. And then I'll bring it one semitone down and a half of a semitone down. And that tends to be with that 110, kind of the sweet spot there. My setup and what I use. And it sounds like me again. If you really need to use that, and I know that's more... So some of the cool things you can do is I've taken this clip that I've now sped up, and I can slow down a portion of it to do some fancy camera work. But in order to do that fancy camera work, I'll go here to the internet and I'll search slow motion Premiere Pro, and then I'll go to videos and visit the YouTube Academy to figure out how to do what I'm trying to do. And this is another one of my key things. Don't need to go to college. It's all on YouTube. Now you might ask, okay, but how do you import all that video? Where do you record that from? Well, here's the answer to that. Yes, I did just shave in between filming. Now, I've shown you guys this one before, so I'm not going to go into detail, but it will be up here in the corner, way over here in the corner. This is OBS Studios. OBS Studios is a free software where you can record and stream and use this as your virtual camera during Zoom calls. Basically, if you don't have OBS, you're just not staying modern enough at all for the last year and a half of society. So just get OBS. Check out my other video and use it. You'll love life. It's going to make life so much fun again. And it's kind of like a DAW, but way easier to use than a DAW. It's a DAW for people who don't want to understand DAWs. Get it? And that's basically it, folks. I won't keep you too long. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of kind of what I use at this point. This is the, I don't know, 5-6 month mark on my making these videos, and a couple of people have asked and said that the quality is really good. Really, the good quality comes from just a decent lens, like either your phone, because nowadays this is a Pixel 4. It's got a great lens on it. I know the brand new iPhone finally has a decent lens, and Sonys are pretty cheap, especially in the aftermarket. I used to film with a A6400, no, an A6000. And now I use the A7 because it's cool. It's a little bit better. It shoots in 4K when I want it to. Obviously, for these, it's not 4K. This is just 1080p. But some of those intro shots of walking around with a gimbal, that was all shot in 4K. It's kind of fun to have a nice piece finally. But anyway, let me know if this stuff is useful at all. If not, I'll go back to, the normal Work Wednesday stuff. Well, I'll still go back to the normal Work Wednesday stuff. But anyway, that's your Work Wednesday. I will see you guys probably not tomorrow. I think I'm going to take Theory Thursday off. I'm moving, as you know, and there's lots of stuff to do. And I will hopefully see you for Functional Friday. There's a lot of stuff to do at the shop, so the next 4 or 5 days is going to be a lot of work for me. Take care.